Hello everyone, a bit of a different one today, but hopefully this one tool which I'm going to show you is going to change your journey in ticket collecting and make your life so much easier. But before we get into it, I want to explain why I'm doing this. I did actually have a podcast planned today with a guest that you might have seen on Instagram, but unfortunately my audio is completely my fault, was kind of bugging, and unfortunately I can't post it. It's literally unbearable to listen to, but this is why today's episode is coming out, and hopefully this will save you some time and open your eyes into what is possible in ticket collecting. So this tool was created by myself, literally just myself playing around. It was actually a database in which I built for myself to kind of make my journey easier. And then I thought, hang on, why would I not just give this access to this to everyone? So I built it into a nice fancy website and learned some cool, interesting skills for myself along the way. So I want to share this with you, and I guess I want to show you how it works. So you want to open Google and you want to type in the top search, collectorstools.com, very simple domain, and you'll enter into the website. Now the next step is to press get searching. This will automatically take you to the pro database where there's 53,000 tickets across almost everything you can ever imagine, from F1, soccer, hockey, politics, any memorable event that has ever been graded with BGS, PSA, or any other memorable events throughout time that we've added to the database. Now, there's many tickets on here, but to make things as easy as possible, I'm going to give you an example of a ticket I've got in front of me. Now, to make this as simple as possible, I'm going to give you an example of something that you might be in, a situation you might be in. You've got through some bulk tickets and you found something like this. Now, the first thing to identify, and probably the easiest way, is by date. So you can see here, it is August the 6th, 2003. Now, this is in the British date structure, but you want to convert that into the American date structure. So first will be the month, which will be 8, then it will be the 6th of the 8th, so then 6, and then 2003. Now, if you're in the US, this will make a lot of sense for you. Just use your existing structure. But as you can see here, we will type that in, and up will come any events from that date. Now, you've got to quickly work out that, of course, in the top left, you can see this is a Sporting versus Manchester, so you can automatically identify that ticket here. Now, you can add it to your own collection on the far left side, but alongside that, you've got all the information from soccer. You can obviously view the PSA pop, which you can click on there, and you've got the date and some other interesting facts. So if you've got hundreds of tickets to go through, that can be a very easy way by simply entering the date. Now, it's not always the easiest and not always the most convenient, especially if you've got bulk from only Manchester games or only sporting games. So if you've got Manchester games, a quick tip which will make things a lot quicker and simpler is simply type in Manchester, as I'm doing now, and you will get every graded ticket with the word Manchester on it. So here you can see there's every single variation. Now, if you've filtered your tickets already, you should have them in a pile and then just do it by date, and then you can simply kind of go through and pick off some memorable events throughout time that you might have. And you can scroll through and there should be quite a lot for Manchester. So it's very simple, and it's in date order here. So from highest, so most recent to oldest. That's a quick tip, which is pretty useful. But if you're not going through bulk, there's some other things which you may do. Say you're a collector for Maradona and you want to know every ticket that is memorable throughout his time, so you can kind of create your own checklist. All you do is type in Maradona, and then you'll get up every single ticket that has been graded by Diego Maradona, from his coaching debut to farewell matches and every other memorable event. Now, if you're looking for debuts, more likely than not, it's going to be at the bottom, because obviously that was the first, but there we go. You can see. Now, there's some non-dated ones. Often these are referring to tickets that are passes or ones that don't have specific dates. So if there's no date here, it's likely the fact that it was a pass across several days or dates, which is why that is not the case. Now, if you don't want to collect every ticket of his, but you want to potentially collect debuts, simply just add debut at the end, and up will come every debut event that he's got. Of course, you can see this list is now refined. And for example, you want to be viewing his Argentina debut as a stub. So it will say here stub and then here full. So if you want to see the stub population, click on that link there, and it will bring up the population at PSA. So you can see immediately all the different populations. It will obviously be this one here, and you can see it as a POP3 and a stub. You can also find the full version and obviously open that up as well, and you'll see how many there are here. So it's really, really useful for refining that, just because if you wanted to do the research on PSA's website, which I can show you now actually, if you want to find Maradona debut, the task is not easy. So let's try again, Maradona debut. Oh, there we go. Now you're going to get some. It's not going to be date ordered. It's going to be mixed up with different things and sports cards. It's just not the easiest to navigate at all, as you can see here. Especially if you want his earliest one, it's pretty difficult to find, especially because it's not date ordered. And I know for a fact that they're not all on this database. So yeah, the best thing to do is, I found, is to use this database. It makes my life so much easier. But I want to go through another example of kind of how quick you can kind of filter through. So we've got another ticket here. The date here says June the 10th, 1998. So we're simply going to enter June, which will be, oh God, I'm stumbling. It will be 6/10/1998 in the American structure. And you will immediately get up here that it is R9 and Roberto Carlos's debut. And you can see that from this side here. So that is almost immediately understanding if a ticket has value or not. Now, it's important to note that there's some instances of the tickets not being on the database. So you might want to do some secondary research just to double check. I mean, it's unlikely since PSA have graded it all, but I don't want to assume that there aren't others out there, because there absolutely are. But I think as a primary researching tool, it's absolutely fantastic if you just want to know if there's a big hitter in a pile. I'm sorry that there's a bias for soccer. It's only because that's something I collect. But you could do anything. Let's give an example of Michael Jordan NBA debut. Quite a broad search, quite a niche search. So it should refine that searching quite a lot. And there we go. So you've got that straight away, and then you simply want to click on that and you'll be brought up with the pop count. So for me, I think this is so quick, so easy, and it's as refined as possible. Of course, he's got many different debuts that were fulls, Ticketrons, media passes, etc., etc. But like I say, it's super simple. And if you want something more broad, you can just enter in Jordan. Now, it might take a little bit longer for something like this. But again, look, you've got everything from Jordan. You can obviously quickly refine here by sport, which makes things a lot quicker and easier. But yeah, it's pretty incredible, I think. It's a massive, massive database. If you want to just collect soccer, you can simply type in soccer and you can see every single ticket that's been graded within the soccer niche. Again, a broad search, so it should take a little bit longer, but as you can see, hundreds and hundreds. In fact, I know for a fact there's over 2,000 soccer tickets on this database by date. Now that makes your search incredible. And yeah, I think it's a great tool. If there's any other ways you want to use it, there's some other cool things which you can do. I like doing, for example, World Cup. And if I've got a bundle of World Cup tickets, I can simply type in World Cup here. It will bring up any key moments throughout the World Cup, and I can scroll through and find out if it was of any value here. So the possibilities are endless. You can try and test in different ways. You can build your own collection on the left by simply adding it to your collection, or you can just use it as a quick tool to kind of filter through, learn how rare it is through the pop count. But for any new ticket collectors, I think this is a really, really interesting tool. I would love for you to let me know your thoughts below. If there's any feedback, I can try and make those changes. I'm not the most technical person, but I'm learning, and yeah, I can try and get any updates rolled out to you as quickly as possible. So yeah, a bit of a different episode today, but thank you so much for listening, and take care, guys.